Hey guys, what's up? Joshua Laycock here. Saturday morning coffee run. I hope the road noise isn't too much. We had a huge dump of snow over the last couple days, and I just love it. It was the light, fluffy stuff. So it's super easy to shovel. Makes the whole neighborhood look absolutely gorgeous. And even though we're coming into March soon, I think we're not done. I think Mother Nature is going to continue to lay it down a little bit. We had a late start to the winter, so that's going to be awesome. So what I did want to talk to you a little bit about today, actually a little segue into Mother Nature, is this coronavirus. And, I don't pretend to have a deep knowledge of what's going on. I generally try to stay clear of the day-to-day news. And my theory is sort of, if something becomes on a level of relevance, or gets to a level of relevance, I'll hear about it, and then I'll do my own research. And so obviously this is relevant, right? Obviously this is having impacts around the world. People are dying, and people are afraid. And, it's something that happens. And I think it's a real opportunity to decide how we're going to respond to this as individuals. And I think if every individual responds in an appropriate way, then as a community and as a country and as a globe, we can respond to this in an appropriate way. And the difference, of course, being responding to something in a mature and rational way as opposed to reacting and freaking out. My wife slipped over to Costco yesterday to grab a few things, and the preparedness folks who were panicking were literally fighting over provisions already. And look, not to belittle the people who have been impacted by this, and it's legit, but the fatality rates are very, very low. Where we live here in Canada, and particularly where in Canada we live, I would say there's a medium risk. It's a fairly dense area, and we actually have a lot of travelers coming to and from China and Iran, two areas that have been pretty heavily hit. But are we at the point, I would argue, can we ever get to the point, but are we actually at the point where we have to fight each other over things like Lysol wipes and bottles of water? No, we are not. Admittedly, Kate went to grab a few things because you got to be smart, right? You have to be prepared in case we decide we want to stick in the house for a little bit longer. In case one of us gets sick and we have to, and we're quarantined, we want to make sure that we have enough food to last us a couple weeks. We always have some stuff on hand. We have our defenses should we need those. Not going to detail what those are, of course. But are we in panic mode? No. I was talking to Kate about this yesterday. She kind of gave me a hard time about it because I think it hits home for a lot of people. But I think that so few people are living life, that are actually doing things that make them feel alive, and they're feeling nothing. They're numb, right? They're zombies. We've talked about this. So the possibility of something really bad happening is really, for a lot of people, just an opportunity to feel something. Fear is an emotion, and it's better than nothing for some people. Panic and chaos. Yes, there are people who are going to load up on stuff from Costco and flip it on Amazon, and you know what? Fuck them. I don't like people who take advantage of people during these situations, but it is what it is. There's nothing that we can do to stop these people from doing it. So we steer clear of them. We don't engage in that kind of behavior. And when you live your life with enough energy and vitality that you have other outlets to feel alive, you don't need chaos. You don't need disaster to be this trigger where in your life you can finally say, my God, thank God I feel something. Even if it's not good, I'm going to panic because that gives me some sort of feeling in my life. Let's be real. There are a lot of people who are pretending to be scared, who are actually secretly kind of excited for this, who are kind of grateful for the opportunity of something crazy happening so that they can either go and prep, or they can panic. I think some people are secretly looking forward to schools being closed, and people having to stay at home from work. I really do think that there's a lot of people who don't get it, who are taking something small. And I think this is like, look, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is bigger than I think it's going to be. But I think there's a lot of people who are blowing this thing out of proportion, or want it to be blown out of proportion. Anyway, if I think secretly, it requires some introspection. If you're excited about this, if you genuinely ask yourself, if you're excited about this, if you think that this is something that's going to make you feel alive for the first time in a very long time, maybe your day-to-day life doesn't have enough excitement. Maybe you're not challenging yourself enough. Maybe you're not pushing yourself hard enough that you're feeling alive and reminding yourself that you're actually alive. I talked about this a few days ago, but it's really hitting home. The amount of people that are talking and chattering about this stuff, the way that we get excited and consumed by something that, let's be honest, here, right where I am, it's not impacting very many people. Yes, there are financial consequences and the markets are taking a dive, and I know some people who have businesses that are having a hard time getting product, and those are all real consequences of this pandemic. But my day, is it changing much? No. I'm being diligent about washing my hands. I'm being diligent about making sure that I'm aware of who's around me, covering my face if I'm in the subway so that if someone coughs on me, I don't get sick. I don't bring that home to my family. Those are just basic responses to something that's taking place. And if it does get a little hairier, a little wilder, then my family's in a position where we will be able to respond accordingly. But that's it. I'm not excited. I'm not scared. I'm not freaking out. I'm not running to the stores and cleaning off the shelves and probably cleaning out bank accounts that a lot of people, can't afford to do. For what? Panic and fear masquerading as a sense to feel alive? Get your ass out and do jujitsu. Go, play with your kids. Go tobogganing. Go something. Connect with hobbies. Live. Fuck. Don't wait for death to make you reminded that we should be living. Just go live. Anyway, that's it. I don't have much more to say on that, but it's making me chuckle, but at the same time, ironically, the only thing that I am worried about, the only thing that gives me pause or a slight amount of fear about this whole pandemic is how badly the general population is going to react to it. I am preparing for other people to react badly to this. That's actually what I'm worried about. That's what I'm preparing for. Other people acting like idiots. I'm not worried about getting sick. I'm not worried about the economic impact. Everything will bounce back. Everything will be fine. Stay the course. It's the idiots that are ransacking the grocery stores that I'm a little aware of. And we've got a plan for that too. So go out, have a plan, and then go out and live. Don't let this shit ruin your day. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.